threat of this scope and of this magnitude requires all of us working shoulder to shoulder. And today's arrest is a testament to the strength of our partnerships and what we can do when we all work together.
We did a great job. We did a great job. That's all. That is the theme of this press conference.
We can confirm that 13 IEDs were sent to various individuals across the country. Each device consisted of roughly 6 inches of PVC pipe, a small clock, a battery, some wiring, and what is known as energetic material, which is essentially potential explosives and material that give off heat and energy through a reaction to heat, shock, or friction. Though we're still analyzing the devices in our laboratory, these are not hoax devices.
Did you catch that last thing? These are not hoax. Why would he emphasize that, I wonder? Why would he emphasize that? Is it because we know the prior history of the FBI and we know they've used tactics like giving people the equipment and the means to make bombs so they could bust them? We're going to take a quick break, folks, but when we return, we're going to continue this.
Hey, Uncle Shady, where are they going? Hey, you, get back here. The John Lebang Show will be right back.
Check out the new book from Derek Shelmerdine,
Rock and Roll Unraveled.
It tells the story of rock and roll from its roots right up until the mid-'70s punk.
Rock and Roll Unraveled.
Not just the music, but also the events that shaped the music.
Rock and Roll Unraveled.
It includes the backgrounds to recording sessions, singles, album releases, births and deaths, epic concerts, and festivals.
Rock and Roll Unraveled.
Shelmerdine has made a painstaking effort to document pretty much every event that would prove significant in shaping popular music.
Rock and Roll Unraveled.
Purchase the book at www.rockandrollunraveled.com. Follow him at Twitter at R&R Unraveled and look him up on Facebook at Rock and Roll Unraveled.
Rock and Roll Unraveled.
By author Derek Shelmerdine.
Available now.
Hey, man, you're listening to the John Lebang Show, man. The place where chronic brain cell rejuvenation happens. Feel like you're getting any smarter yet?
Yeah. As we continue the coverage of the press conference by Jeff Sessions and all the law enforcement agencies and the post office, everybody included, here's our next clip for you.
I want to focus for a moment on the amazing work of our folks at the FBI lab. Based on their initial analysis, they uncovered a latent fingerprint from one of the envelopes containing an IED that had been sent to Congresswoman Maxine Waters. We have confirmed this fingerprint is that of Cesar Sayoc. There is also a possible DNA connection between samples collected from pieces of 2 different IEDs mailed in separate envelopes and a sample previously collected from Sayoc in connection with an earlier arrest down in Florida.
Earlier arrest down in Florida. They had his fingerprints and DNA. They already had his DNA and his fingerprints because he was arrested in the past, making bomb threats to people and other malicious insinuations. And he was still on the street until he went overboard. Let's hear some more information.
This is phenomenal work with the greatest pressure under an incredibly tight time frame.
We did a great job, great job, great job.
We see unbelievable work like this on TV and in Hollywood, but to see it up close in reality is something to behold.
Did you catch that? We see this stuff on TV, Hollywood, but it's really cool when we see it right in front of us. Doesn't that get your brain thinking, like, what's he mean by that? Exactly. Just play the next clip, please.
So we need the help of everyone out there, every citizen, everyone in law enforcement, everyone we've got, to help with this investigation in the days to come. If you've got any information, please call us on our tip line at 1-800-CALL-FBI or our email line, tips.fbi.gov.
If you see anything, ladies and gentlemen, hey, your neighbor that has the MAGA sign or wears the MAGA hat, call the FBI. We'll check them out. Don't you worry. You see a guy with a Trump sign that's dangerous, folks. You see a Trump sign in somebody's front yard, call the FBI. We'll check into it for you. Don't worry. We'll intimidate everybody who has a MAGA or a Trump sign or maybe even a Republican sign. We'll intimidate everybody so they don't make bombs that don't explode in the future. Let's continue.
Of course, if you see something suspicious activity, please call your local authorities.
Trump sign. Go ahead, call the local authorities. That's suspicious now because the guy had the van with all the Trump symbolism on there and the anti-Hillary and the anti-CNN. I mean, it was made in Hollywood, folks. Did you see the van? All the Trump stickers and everything? You're in Florida with that hot sun. And all these Trump pictures and Hillary's pictures and all this anti-CNN stuff, none of it looked faded. None of it. But hey, whatever. Living in a van down by the river, I'm just going to put this up on the side there. So our next bite comes from Kojak. I forgot what agency he's from. But he's got some more to say on this issue.
When it comes to terrorism in New York City, the NYPD doesn't do anything without the FBI, and the FBI doesn't do anything without the NYPD. That's a partnership that was forged in fire.
A partnership forged in fire. Do they mean the fire of knowledge? Do they mean the fire of Lucifer? Satan's fire? What is it exactly? The fire of a phoenix? The fire of the World Trade Center towers? What does that mean? Agencies from across the country were involved, ladies and gentlemen, to bring this operation. Let's continue because Kojak has more to say.
Today's arrest means that New Yorkers and indeed people across our nation are safe. But as Director Ray said, there might be more packages out there, so everyone still needs to take caution. And if you see something out there, call 911.
Hey, if you see a suspicious package being brought into a house from a MAGA supporter, call 911. Call every time you see somebody driving around with a Trump sticker. Call them, 911. We'll make sure we'll get law enforcement because we have partners all across the country and we'll detain them. Heck, we might even supply them with bomb-making material that doesn't work so they can go do the same thing so we can arrest them as well to make you feel safer, ladies and gentlemen, because we do a great job. Now, this next soundbite is so revealing, ladies and gentlemen, that you might not have caught this during the press conference that you were listening to. But I sure did.
Thank you also to the media for broadcasting the photos the NYPD released.
So Kojak is thanking the mainstream manufactured news media. That's right. He's thanking them for putting out the pictures that they produced. Those pictures don't have any postmarks on them, so I don't know how they were sent through the mail. $3 in postage somehow got it to all parts of the country. Unbelievable, because I pay so much to have these. I want to know where this post office, because I'm going to drive there and mail out my coffee mugs. Now they're probably going to raise prices. Now they had trouble at that post office because they let everything through. You got to raise prices, more security. Was this the post office without any X-ray detectors? Oh, John. It was plastic and it was a clock. But the wires had metal. They couldn't tell there was little wires just hanging around something oddly in their X-ray detectors, or don't they have those? I mean, didn't we have the Unabomber or whatever it was? How come he gets the Unabomber and now we have the MAGA bomber? I think my title for the bomber is better, the Limp Letter Bomber. Because they were just limp. They didn't blow up. Nothing blew up. I mean, it's good that they didn't blow up. Let's be honest there. But they didn't blow up. So he's not really a MAGA bomber. You can't make America great bomber. Nothing was great about the bombs. Nothing. Nothing was great about the package or the person. So you can't really call it a MAGA bomber. Impotent bomber. How's that? You like that one better? I like the Limp Letter Bomber, personally. Now let's get to the news cover. Oh, well, actually, we have more to talk. We have more sound bites for you. Some new guy up there. Let's hear what this Schmendrick has to say.
5 days ago, on October 22nd, law enforcement recovered the first device from a residence of George Soros. Over the last 5 days, as more packages were found across the country, delivered to former presidents, federal officials, and public figures.
We have to get into this because George Soros is very interesting. His little part in all this. The Soros bomb seemed very suspicious to me. Let's look at it on its face. You have a caretaker on the property who picked up the mail. He sees a suspicious package, yet he takes it out of the mailbox and puts it in the woods. Why would he handle a suspicious package at all? There they say the package was hand-delivered. But Jeff Sessions says they were all delivered by the mail. Which is it? Is it both? If it is both, why didn't you tell us it was both? You said these were delivered by the mail. In these manila packages with $3 worth of postage on it, with no postmark on it, sent by a man, this is what they're saying, sent by a man who's been in custody multiple times, who's been fingerprinted, who they have taken his DNA from in the past, who's got a bunch of MAGA stickers that haven't faded in the sun, a bunch of Trump stickers, a bunch of hate Hillary stickers, and a bunch of hate CNN stickers all over his van. None of them faded from the sun. Things don't add up to me. I'm glad these packages didn't explode. We don't want people getting hurt, no matter how much you dislike your political opponent. That's not what we do here in this country. But seriously? This is the story we're supposed to believe? I mean, this is like a Lethal Weapon 5 episode or something like that. 24. Yeah, where's Jack Bauer? Did Jack Bauer find this guy? Because only Jack Bauer could do it in 24 hours. Let's be honest, folks. CSI never gets it done in 24 hours. That takes days. All the other, even Kojak. Kojak took days to find his perpetrators and get them arrested. Clint Eastwood, it'd take him a while to round up everybody, but not Jack Bauer. So Jack Bauer must have been on this case. That's what I'm saying. Do we have any more sound bites? Oh, we have 2 more sound bites for you. Here's that last Schmendrick.
I want to take a moment to thank our partners, the Joint Terrorism Task Force, the FBI, the NYPD, U.S. Postal Inspection Service, New York State Police, the ATF, the hardworking career prosecutors and investigators in the terrorism unit of the Southern District of New York, and I would also like to thank the extraordinary cooperation we received from the Southern District of Florida. Thank you.
Glad to see they have a terrorism unit. Not a counterterrorism unit like Jack Bauer's part of, but a terrorism unit. Because you never know when you've got to do some terrorism. Unbelievable. And you notice that each one of these guys, we did a great job as a collective unit. You should be proud of your law enforcement agencies. We did such a great job at capturing a guy who sent out a bunch of crappy bombs that didn't work. They looked like they were made of, cheese and plastic pieces of crap. No intelligence at all. The guy was, what they're telling us, he was a multi-perpetrator of crimes. I think they even said he lived in the van. He lived in the van. I guess you can do that in Florida. I don't know. You can't do that here in Michigan. Freeze your tail off, especially in the coming months. And here's our last, because we've got to get one more guy in. Now we got to get the postal guy in, because everybody else was there. So now we got Charles Barkley from the Postal Service up next. He's going to go ahead and give you his few words, because everybody had to have a speech at this.
We in the Postal Inspection Service have a great deal of expertise in responding to and investigating suspicious mail.
They did a great job here, didn't they? They did a great job, because somehow it got through, not only not having a postmark, but it got through to where it arrived to the people it was supposed to arrive to. Great job there at the post office. You guys are doing great work.
Postal inspectors are trained to respond and investigate dangerous mail items in the mail. These dangerous mail investigation specialists are highly proficient in the use of state-of-the-art equipment.
Except x-rays, except whatever other means they have at their disposal to detect items that would be possibly dangerous. We've got to take a quick break.